The Los Angeles Lakers have officially been eliminated from the NBA playoffs. They lose to the Phoenix Suns 4-2. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk about the NBA playoffs. And folks, I got to be honest with you. I take my L's when I need to, and this is one of them. All right, I had predicted the Lakers to not only win this series, but actually get to the NBA Finals, and they are not even going to make it past the first round. Now, I will tell you this much, and these are not excuses, these are actual factual reasons. Anthony Davis got hurt. LeBron James was not 100%. Now, in that same light, Chris Paul was not 100% either, so I get that, all right? What I'm trying to tell you is I still believe, put a gun to my head in my heart of hearts, that the Lakers win this series if AD and LeBron are 100% healthy. And if that means Chris Paul gets to be 100% healthy, so be it too. I still think the Lakers win. Obviously, that wasn't the case. Didn't happen. Injuries happen all the time. Can't use that. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Didn't get the job done. They lose in 6 games. So just want to quickly give my thoughts here on the Lakers losing and getting knocked out in the first round. Obviously, I've just mentioned injuries is the biggest reason for sure. And with Anthony Davis, man, look, I got to be honest with you. Everyone knows AD is not reliable because he gets hurts too much. But, man, we talk about injury prone, right? There's a saying, which is your best ability is availability. Anthony Davis is never available when you need him. And I know the Lakers won the chip last season. And, I think the bubble in a way where guys got a lot of time off helped AD a lot, because moving forward, I'm just letting you know that you can't depend on Anthony Davis, certainly playing all the games, but even being healthy by playoff time, because he just gets injured and banged up so much. And so for the Lakers, honestly, folks, outside of LeBron and AD, this roster is not very good. All right, you've got a lot of players that I think the Lakers fans are ready to get rid of. Kyle Kuzma is god-awful. He has no court awareness, no IQ, just absolutely running around like a headless chicken out there. I think the Lakers need to move off of him. You have Dennis Schroeder, who thinks he's worth $100 million. He turned out $84 million, scored 0 points in Game 5. They need to get off of him. He is not worth it. And then you've got a bunch of players that are obviously old, slow, or don't fit the system, like Marc Gasol, like Andre Drummond. This Lakers roster is just a mismatch, and they need to, retool it. Now, we don't know what's going to happen with LeBron James in regards to how much longer he wants to go, but obviously you got to continue to build around him. But am I surprised by the Lakers losing to the Suns? A little bit, but not a lot. We are still talking about a number 2 seed in the Phoenix Suns, who are a very good team. All the credit in the world goes to Chris Paul, Devin Booker, who was on fire, just absolutely was the main reason why the Suns destroyed here, because the Lakers made a late run. They just couldn't close it. Devin Booker had over 40 points. And then obviously shout out to Monty Williams, who's done a phenomenal job with the Suns this year. So to me, look, folks, again, if the Lakers are healthy, I still do think they win, but this is a flawed roster. I know that, so that needs to be resolved. As far as the Suns, where do I see them going? Look, the Western Conference playoffs, it's weird, folks. Look, there might not be any LA teams in the playoffs anymore, right? The battle of LA is going to be who can get to Cancun quicker, right? Between the Lakers and the Clippers. So to me, when I'm taking a look at who's going to come out of the West, look, Phoenix is very good, but I still like Utah more. The Mavericks could potentially get there as well, obviously, if they get past the Clippers. And then we've got the Clippers if they get past the Mavericks. And then Denver's there as well. But to me, the best team in the West right now are the Utah Jazz. I think they're the most complete team. I think they are the team that has, the best combination of both offense and defense. You've got, adequate guys at every position, right? Mike Conley, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Bojan Bogdanovic, Joe Ingles. The list goes on and on. They're a well-coached team with Quinn Snyder. So I think the Jazz are better than the Suns. Right now, if I had to predict the Western Conference Finals, I'd probably say Jazz Suns. That's what it looks like it's shaping out to be. But I would have the Jazz advancing, and that we'll see. But even though I picked the Lakers to win the West, I did not pick them to win the championship, if you remember that. My pick are the Brooklyn Nets, who I still think win the championship. They're going to be playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. But we could be looking at a Nets-Jazz finals, folks. That's crazy to think about. no LA teams, no LeBron, and no Steph Curry in the NBA playoffs for the first time since like 2010, right? That's crazy to think about. I think I read that somewhere. And so, yeah, like for the Lakers, they need to go ahead and revamp this roster, retool this roster. There's a lot of flaws on it. Anthony Davis isn't dependable. LeBron James, he is getting older, folks. So does this take away anything from his legacy? Maybe a little bit, dings a little bit, but man, like what else does he have to prove? He's already got 4 championships. I don't think this hurts him much because, again, you're going up against a number 2 seed. Your second star player's hurt. Couldn't go. 5 minutes into the game, he's out. LeBron's dealing with his own injury. So I don't think this hurts his legacy much, or it shouldn't, right? Because, again, if all these years the saying was it's better to lose in the first round than the finals, right? With all the finals lost to LeBron James has. Well, he lost in the first round, so this is not going to count on his finals record. So first time in his career he loses in the first round, but I don't think this changes anything for LeBron James and his legacy. This is more about the Lakers and what they need to do moving forward. So let me know what you guys think about that. Give me your thoughts on the Lakers, who you have coming out of the West, and who you have winning the championship. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.